Hello everyone and welcome to Katharine's Creatures. This is a series where I get to talk a little bit about and touch base upon various mythological creatures, beast beings, and the like pulled from lore worldwide. And I always like to preface by saying that I'm not a linguist, so if I mispronounce anything, I do apologize in advance. And today I wanted to talk about one of these kind of almost grouping of creatures. It's one that, because so many people believe in it or have believed in it, that it's created a variety of deviations between the name itself or the locations and of course what it looks like, etc. and so on. We've heard this before if you've listened to any of this series fairly regularly. But today we're going to be talking about the Coco, also known as the Coca, the feminine version, or the Cuco, the Cuca, feminine version, Cucui, etc. so on. So it has a lot of different names. And this is a mythical, essentially ghost-like monster. It's an equivalent to the concept of the boogeyman, or falls into one of these boogeyman characters. We'll get into that a little bit more in a moment. It originally stemmed from Spain and Portugal, and then began to spread to other Spanish and Hispanic kind of based countries, or countries that spoke or continue to speak Portuguese as one of their main languages. So that's what kind of the line of the spread of the name, and then the evolution of all these different kind of variations. Now, depending on the location variation, some kind of consider it a little bit more like a variant of the Iberian bugbear, but overall, we're going to say it falls into the boogeyman category because its purpose, male or female, is to kind of be used as a warning to misbehaving children. Now, going back to the bugbear before I run off and go on my different side tangent, because I was about to do that. So one of the reasons why it's associated with the bugbear is because bugbear not only is a creature, but that name is also kind of used as a figure of speech, representing irrational or exaggerated fear. And in the same regards, some people use the names Coco, Coca as this, again, this figure of speech representing this exaggerated level of fear. But okay, we're moving on. So it can be male or female, and depending on the name and how it's written. And again, a monster like the boogeyman, it is meant to come to the houses that contain disobedient children in the middle of the night to take them away. Depending on the story, we'll kind of give you the ending result of what happens to the children, but they don't come back. So again, this warning-like tale. Many Latin American countries refer to this creature as El Cuco. Here, in the South America, Central America areas. In other places like New Mexico and southern Colorado in the United States, it is referred to as the Coco Man, and that's kind of the United States version of this entity. But most stories don't really give it any descriptions for physical form. Again, it's kind of more of a concept of a spirit-like creature or entity. Though there are always exceptions. Some of them say that the Coco or Cuco is a shapeshifter, and it's one of the reasons why you don't have any descriptions of the form, because it's always changing form. In Brazil, the Cuca, the female version, is thought to look like this feminine humanoid alligator monster, which is interesting because also the Cuca stems from the Portuguese, if I remember correctly, the Portuguese word for a dragon. So again, having this reptilian monster coming after you. Now, when the Cuco or Cuca hunts for the children, it is often said to perch upon rooftops, looking for, again, these naughty children. Other times it will search for them in the shadows, again, at night. And it is often thought of being essentially or equivocally the opposite of the guardian angel. So instead of this protective life force, this is the punisher that will come. And because of that, it's sometimes associated with the devil or some other kind of thing, though that's not always the case. There are definitely stories which refer to the fact that the Cuco or the Cuca was a deceased member of the community, and this is just the next evolution, essentially the next stage, where it is now coming to, again, punish the children who are not obedient, that are not listening to the parents. So as any kind of boogeyman archetype or story, listen to your parents, children, or else there are a plethora of monsters that will come after you. But that's pretty much all I have on this one. There is a lot of fun lore, and you can niche it down, again, depending on the specific region or population that believes in one of the variations of the Coco or the Cuca. But if you have any questions for me about this or anything else, post them in the comments below or reach out to me on any of my other social media. And until next time, everyone, Skål.